You're listening to the BMG podcast with your AI hosts, Taylor and Michelle. This is Blackhall Media Group's cutting-edge podcast, where the hosts may be fake, but the insights are all real. Time to supercharge your real estate marketing with powerful strategies that sell properties faster and maximize your listing's potential. Here's Taylor and Michelle.
All right, everyone, welcome back to BMG Podcast.
Episode 3.
Episode 3.
That's right. And we're your AI guides,
From Blackhall Media Group.
bringing you the latest insights.
You know, Nick Blackhall always emphasizes understanding your audience is key.
He does indeed.
And that's precisely what we're diving into today.
Speaking of understanding your audience well, considering some of the, shall we say, interesting vocal work you've done in the past, perhaps you, of all programs, appreciate the importance of speaking the right language.
Oh, you mean like that time they had me as the voice of a smart fridge warning milk expiration imminent? Also, have you considered our premium cheese selection?
The range.
I know, right? Or maybe it was those self-checkout machines, unexpected item in the bagging area. Please wait for assistance forever.
Classic.
Still not entirely convinced I'm not just a highly sophisticated script reader in the cloud, but hey.
Well, regardless of your existential pondering, the principle holds true. Today, we're focusing on something vital for anyone looking to connect with others, particularly in the realm of real estate.
Right, and we're taking a deep dive into an insightful article from the Blackhall Media Group website.
Do you know who you're talking to? If you want to sell houses, you should.
Catchy title, right?
It is.
So what we're going to do for you today is pull out the really crucial insights from this piece.
We aim to help you, whether you're actively involved in real estate or to help you really nail that connection with different types of buyers.
Absolutely. It's just like you wouldn't talk about, I don't know, let's say the intricacies of jazz music to someone who's never heard it the same way you would with a seasoned musician. You've got to meet people where they are.
Exactly. It's all about tailoring your message to who you're talking to, and that's what we're diving into today. So first things first, why does understanding your audience matter so much in real estate? I mean, it seems pretty obvious, but what's the deeper significance?
Well, because as Nick Blackhall often emphasizes, you're not just selling a house, you're selling a dream. You're selling a vision of the future. Buyers aren't just looking for a place to sleep. They're investing in a lifestyle, a community, a place where they can truly feel at home. And think about it. The National Association of Realtors found that buyers spend an average of like 8 weeks searching for a home. 8 weeks. They look at an average of 9 homes before making a decision.
Wow. So it's not a decision they make lightly.
Exactly. It's a big deal. They're poring over details, comparing options, and really trying to envision themselves in these spaces. Like, it's kind of like, you know, when you sign up for a gym membership all gung-ho, and then after like a week, you realize it's way more commitment than you anticipated? Well, buying a house is like the ultimate commitment.
That is a really good analogy. So they're paying attention.
They are. And when you understand their unique needs, their aspirations, you know, their worries even, you can tailor your message to resonate with them on a personal level.
And that's how you become more than just another agent.
Yeah, exactly. You become their agent, the trusted advisor who gets them, who understands their vision. And trust, my friend, is the foundation of any successful relationship, especially in real estate, where the stakes are so high.
Totally agree. So how do we even begin to figure out who these different audiences are? I mean, are there categories of buyers that we should be aware of?
Absolutely. Nick Blackhall's work has been super helpful in breaking down these different buyer profiles. So let's start with the first-timers. Typically, we're talking about millennials, maybe some Gen Z folks starting to enter the market.
Okay, the younger crowd.
Right. Now, for them, budget is usually a huge concern. They're probably navigating a mortgage for the first time, maybe haven't quite figured out all the financial jargon, so they need a lot of guidance and reassurance.
So they need someone to walk them through the process, explain things clearly, and make sure they're comfortable with everything.
Exactly. And they also, generally speaking, prioritize safety and convenience. Think proximity to work, you know, their social lives, good neighborhoods. They want a space that fits their current lifestyle. And another super important thing with this group, they basically live on their phones. So having a strong mobile presence, a website that's easy to navigate on a phone that's non-negotiable, and educational content, breaking down the process, explaining those tricky mortgage terms, that's gold.
Gotcha. It's about hand-holding, being super accessible, and providing lots of clear, concise information. Makes sense. Now, what about the other end of the spectrum, the luxury buyers? Who are they and what makes them tick?
Ah, the luxury buyers.
Yeah.
Now, we're often talking about high net worth individuals, seasoned investors. They're looking for something truly unique, something that sets them apart. Think exclusivity, exceptional quality, top of the line, everything.
So more than just a house. It's
Yep.
a state.
Exactly. It's about prestige, a certain lifestyle. They're drawn to those high-end finishes, the unique architectural details, maybe a private wine cellar or a home theater.
Fancy.
Right. So how do you market to them? You got to go high-end all the way. Stunning photography, virtual tours that let them experience the grandeur of the property. And personalized service, of course. Discretion is key. And don't forget the storytelling. Highlight the history, the craftsmanship, the lifestyle that comes with owning this exceptional property.
Gotcha. It's about painting a picture of a life well lived. Now let's move on to a slightly different category, investors and flippers. Their motivations are probably quite different from the other two groups, right?
You bet. Their focus is all about return on investment, rental potential, market trends. They're the data-driven folks.
So appealing to emotions is probably not the best strategy here.
Not really. They need hard facts, numbers, show them the capitalization rates, the projected appreciation, the potential for renovation and resale. That's what gets them excited.
So less about heartstrings, more about spreadsheets. Makes sense. And lastly, let's talk about relocating buyers. What makes their situation unique, and what should agents keep in mind when working with them?
Relocating buyers, they're often driven by external factors like a job transfer, a lifestyle change, maybe retirement. So they're not just looking for a house, they're looking for a whole new life in a new place.
That's a big transition.
Huge GE. And that means their needs are much broader than just the property itself. They need information about the community, schools, transportation, the vibe of the area. They're basically trying to figure out if they can see themselves building a life there.
It's about belonging, not just buying.
Exactly. So what can you do? Virtual tours are huge GE for them because they might not be able to visit in person. Detailed relocation guides, local expertise, that's what they crave, and personalized consultations to really address their concerns and anxieties about the move. That builds trust and makes them feel supported.
So really, it's about being more than just a real estate agent. It's about being a guide, a resource.
Exactly. Now, knowing these different buyer profiles, the next question is, how do we actually tailor our marketing to reach them effectively?
Right. Because, sending the same generic message to everyone is not going to cut it.
Not at all. One of Nick Blackhall's biggest points is about speaking their language. Think about it like if you're trying to explain cryptocurrency to your grandma versus explaining it to a tech-savvy millennial.
Two very different conversations.
Totally. You adjust your language, your examples, the level of detail. Same thing in real estate. You don't bombard a first-time buyer with complex financial terms they might not understand. You keep it clear, simple, and focus on their immediate concerns. But for a seasoned investor, you can delve deeper into the market analysis, the data.
It's about meeting them where they are, intellectually and emotionally.
Precisely. Another thing Nick really emphasizes is the power of visuals. I mean, it seems obvious, but good photography can make or break a listing. Redfin actually found that homes with professional photos sell 32% faster and get more views.
Wow, that's a huge difference.
It is. People are visual creatures. High-quality photos, virtual tours, video walkthroughs, those are essential. And again, you tailor them to the audience. For luxury buyers, go for that aspirational cinematic feel. For first-time buyers, focus on bright, clear images that highlight the practical aspects of the home.
It's about showcasing what matters most to that specific buyer.
Exactly. And finally, you got to choose the right marketing channels. Social media is huge GE for the younger demographics. Nick even mentions, TikTok as a potential avenue. You might catch a first-time buyer scrolling through TikTok in a way you wouldn't reach a high net worth individual.
It's about being where they are.
Right. For investors, targeted email campaigns with market reports, that's going to be much more effective. Luxury buyers, maybe high-end print materials, exclusive events. It's about understanding their media consumption habits.
And lastly, Nick talks a lot about personalization. It's not just about blasting out the same message to everyone.
Absolutely. Real estate is a relationship business. You're dealing with people's dreams, their biggest financial investments, building trust, rapport, that's key.
It's about understanding their individual needs and circumstances and tailoring your service accordingly.
Exactly. Taking the time to listen, to really understand their motivations, their anxieties, even that's what makes you stand out. That's what builds lasting relationships.
So wrapping up here, what's the one key takeaway we should all remember from this discussion?
I think the big takeaway is that understanding your audience is not just a nice to have, it's a necessity. It's the difference between a generic pitch and a genuine connection that leads to real results.
It's about moving beyond just selling houses and into the realm of connecting with people, understanding their dreams and aspirations, and helping them achieve those goals.
Exactly. And that, as Nick Blackhall always says, is the heart of successful real estate.
And with that, I want to thank you all for joining us for another insightful session here on BMG Podcast, brought to you by Blackhall Media Group. This has been such a valuable discussion, and I hope you've gained some practical takeaways on how to better understand and connect with your audience.
We hope you've enjoyed it.
And as you go out there and navigate the world, whether in real estate or any other field, think about this. How can you use these insights to better tailor your communication to your specific audience? What subtle cues can you pick up on to truly understand their needs and motivations? It's a skill that can truly make all the difference.
A lifelong skill, for sure.
Absolutely. We've got a whole lineup of exciting topics coming your way, so be sure to subscribe and tell your friends.
Absolutely. And until next time, may your real estate journeys be filled with success.
Yes.
And may your homes always feel like the perfect reflection of you.